Well, Chag Sameach, it's hard to believe that we're gathered for another Chag service, each in our own homes. I am so grateful that we have the ability to pray together this evening via live stream, and it is with full recognition that it is just not the same as being together in our sacred space. It's hard to imagine that we spent the entirety of the Omer physically isolated from one another. By the time that we had gathered together for our virtual Seder, we had already been in quarantine for a month. And over the past 7 weeks, counting the 49 days of the Omer, has helped us stay in touch with the flow of time and has hopefully spiritually prepared us for this moment of revelation. While this time has felt bizarre and radically different than anything we've experienced before between any Pesach and Shavuot, we again have made this inner trek from freedom to revelation, from Pesach's new beginnings and to the relationship with God that we took on at Sinai. The times have caused our circumstances to change, but our commitment to Torah and our people has remained ever strong. It is a relationship that we continue to take on. No relationship can be sustained with any one moment of agreement. Our covenant with God is evolving and ongoing. And so our relationship with God needs to be evolving and ongoing. Perhaps in recent months, you have found that prayer has been particularly meaningful, or perhaps significantly challenging. Maybe Shabbat has taken on more importance for you, or maybe it has been difficult to appreciate Shabbat as the world has slowed down for you. It is more than appropriate to question and consider our theological understandings of the world during an international pandemic. Our conceptions of the universe are not meant to remain static throughout our lives. We are meant to ask questions, to change our minds and change them again. And through this ongoing and evolving relationship with God, we may not necessarily ever reach an understanding of why things happen the way they do, but we can maintain a deep connection with our God. And in a very similar way, our relationship with Torah is ongoing. It is possible for the mitzvot to hold different meaning for us in different periods of our lives. We are reminded that Shavuot is called Zman Matan Toratenu, the time of the giving of our Torah. So not the time when the Torah was given, but rather Matan Toratenu, the time when the Torah is given. For Torah is still being given. Revelation is an ongoing process. As Rabbi Zalman Schachter Shlomi teaches, the revelation wasn't just a one-time thing. It is happening even now. He says that God broadcasts on all channels, and we hear on the frequencies to which we are attuned. Torah is given to us all at all times. The divine broadcast is perpetual. And so Torah must be continuously received as well as given. Shavuot is a time of opening ourselves to receive what is coming through. While that might be challenging this year, we can use our experience to connect with God and Torah in a different way than ever before. That connection will look different for each of us. And for some, in the wake of COVID-19, our relationships with God might be strained. Though Shavuot teaches us that we must choose to receive and to wrestle and to link ourselves to the holy, regardless of those challenges. Midrash teaches us that we were all present at Sinai, and that Sinai was far from an easy experience, that it was a challenge, and that it tested the limits of our people. All of our souls were at Sinai for that experience of connection with our source of life. It is said in the Midrash that every Jew who has ever been and will ever be was at Sinai. We were all there at the mountain in that moment of giving and in that moment of receiving. And tonight, and Shavuot morning tomorrow, we all stand together at Sinai again, virtually at Sinai. On Shavuot, we can seek to open ourselves to this year's revelation, to the wisdom that this moment asks of us. During this festival of weeks, may we be so fortunate to find but a quiet moment of prayer and solace that our souls might be stirred. On Shavuot, we open our hearts and attune ourselves to God. What, we might ask, is the revelation that you most need to receive tonight as the holy day opens? What Torah does the world most need right here and right now? What will you draw down and channel into the world this Shavuot? We are wishing you all and your loved ones a Shavuot of growth, of learning, introspection, a Shavuot of strength and good health and inspiring Torah and good learning tonight. I hope that you will have a day of learning and of holiness. Chag Shavuot Sameach.